Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 44, Tomax. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top, Cobra logo, number 44. A hook and some tape. Little piece of a window that comes down to the front. Nice big window showcasing the figure and accessories. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. 4 and up. Nice artwork there, G.I. Joe Classified Series. Tomax Paoli. I guess it's Paoli. Hasbro print on the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, main China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, the file card, number 44, G.I. Joe. On this side, some more of that awesome artwork. And then on the back, more awesome artwork. The new poster. Attention, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Parents, GIJoe.com. Includes figure and 5 accessories. Warning! Attention! Achtung! Don't stick things in any language pie hole that don't belong there, and don't give it to the babies. Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at Tomax and his accessories. And handy dandy tweezers here. He's got 2 daggers. Let's take a look. Nice and swervy. Nice silver paint apps. And a little bit of detail there on the handle. He has 2 of them. They're both exactly the same. And here he has this submachine gun. Lots of nice molded details in this bad boy. And of course it's all just molded in black plastic. Here is the weapons ammo magazine, or clip, or whatever you want to call it. And then here is the suppressor for the weapon, or silencer, however you like to call it. You notice it has a port on the end there for blast effects, and then it has a post on the back where it sticks into the weapon, the firearm, which also is set up to do blast effects, or it can have the suppressor in it. Now, as far as the submachine gun goes, you put the post in the port on the barrel of the gun. It fits right in there nicely. And as far as the magazine goes, that end is the end with the little notch there that goes into the weapon. And you heard a nice little, well, at least I guess you heard the click, but I heard the click. That's a nice little click. Now let's take a look at Tomax himself. And the reason you can tell this is Tomax is no facial scar. Nice molded detail to the hair. And it doesn't have a wash, but it doesn't really need a wash. to help it stand out. It's sufficiently molded, or sufficiently detailed, I guess you should say. Nice Cobra Tampo there. Paint out right here, the red sash, which matches up with the red here, the red on the snake mouth crotch, the red here on the Cobras, and the knee pads, which are part of the boot. This piece here, this shoulder armor thingy, whatever you want to call it, it does peg in right here in his back to kind of help it stay into position. This piece right here is just connected by a little bit of a flap, which could lead to some issues in the future. Sheath here and sheath here for his daggers. No storage for his weapon, he just has to hold it. Now let's take a look at his articulation. The neck is a separate piece from the chest or shoulders and the head, and it allows him to look up in concert with the hinge at the bottom and the hinge at the head. Looks up that far and down that far. He does have chicken neck. Got plenty of waggle. We'll do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, it is on a butterfly joint, and it goes barely back and barely forward. 360-degree rotation at the shoulder, and it hinges out approximately 90 degrees. Cut here at the upper bicep for another 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow gives you that much bend. Another 360-degree rotation at the wrist on an up and down hinge, which doesn't hinge much with this wrist piece here in place, and up and down hinge on the other one as well. Hinge here as at the ab allows back that far and forward that far. There's another cut here at the waist. It does allow for 360-degree rotation. It's tight. This belt does get in the way, and it does move quite a bit. That does allow him some hula movement there, and some extra leaning back that far, some extra leaning forward that far. Now in concert, backwards, in these two joints in concert, back that far and forward that far. Doesn't change leaning side to side or the hula motion. At the hips, drop down hinge, and while that's dropped down, he will give you the full splits. He will kick forward that far, a little better than 90 degrees, maybe, and back that far with a little bit of outswing. Cut here at the upper thigh for a full 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinless knee. And is that? Let's see if I can get it all. I guess that is it. Gives you that much bend. There is a cut at the upper shin for a boot cut. Gives you another 360-degree rotation. At the ankles, down that far. Tilts up that far. And forward-facing pin for rocker. Now, as far as weapon storage goes, basically it's just the daggers. That one goes in that sheath, or the other sheath. It really doesn't matter because they're the same. And that one in there. And once you have them in place, they pretty well stay there due to friction. And no storage for the firearm, so he just has to hold it. Wrong hand. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A look at Tomax and his accessories, if he'll stand up. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have Tomax with his mirror twin Zaymot. And one of their underlings, a Crimson Guard. I wonder if he's a Fred series Crimson Guard. Here's Tomax with the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And to see how he starts comparing up with other lines from the Marvel Legends series, we have making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. Here's Tomax with the Valaverse Action Force Scarab and Swarm Trooper with Swarm Gear. For our final set of comparisons, here we have Tomax with Star Wars The Black Series' Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch comparison from McFarlane Toys, we have the DC Multiverse 3 Jokers, the Joker, the Clown. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Tomax Crimson Guard Commander, I have to say, I really like the looks of this figure, and by extension his twin brother, or mirror twin brother. And it really takes me back to the Real American Hero figures. And it really makes me wonder why they didn't release these guys in a 2-pack like the original figures were, rather than as 2 separate single releases. It just, it's, I don't know, it's weird. I guess they needed to fill the slots in the main line. It's the only thing I can think of. But, you know, the decal on this guy, his costume, I mean, it all looks great. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.